Got it.
Going live. Hangout on Air is live. Hello, everyone. My name is Brendon Bigley from pixelitis.net.
And I am Mercer Smith-Looper from pixelitis.net.
We are both here for Super Brunch Force, the show in which two or all of Pixelitis' writers get together and talk about video games early in the morning. Welcome to the Talking from Your Parents' Houses episode, in which Mercer is at her parents' house and I'm also at my parents' house by some strange happenstance. So how are you doing today, Mercer? What's going on?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day here in sunny CT.
Yeah.
Everyone else except for me is crippled by allergies, so I basically housed myself, which is
that
pretty
pollen.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it's very nice inside my room in New Jersey. I'm sure it's nice outside. I won't be seeing it for a while. I got a lot of video games to play.
Yeah. What video games are you going to be playing today?
Today will probably be WildStar from like the moment this ends until the moment I pass out and have to go to work tomorrow. Like that's my plan for today. Is like start WildStar and just go until I can't anymore.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I rolled a new character. I rolled a Spell Slinger.
Oh, nice.
And I'm about like maybe 20 minutes past where we left off in our stream.
Nice.
So I've kind of caught up in that time frame, which is nice. I have started a few different characters and deleted a few different characters and just like trying out all the different guys. And I really like the Spell Slinger. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's that's what my main is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Nice.
I want to start with what you are bringing to the table for today's episode.
Sure.
Because I hadn't heard about this somehow. I guess.
Yeah. I was actually
apparently this is a thing.
I was actually just going to say, if you continue that commitment to WildStar, maybe someday they'll make a varsity scholarship for it, which they've now done for League of Legends.
Yeah, so you were going to do a really great segue. And instead, I was just like, hey, screeching halt, let's go here instead. Let's make it left turn instead of a right.
It's all good, whatever. Smooth transitions are, overrated, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's especially better when you explain what the segue is right after.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, right. I think that's the best way to do it. So University of Illinois has added a varsity sport of eSports, so you can now get scholarships for playing League of Legends. I think this is on par with me for when the X Games introduced a Call of Duty Ghosts tournament.
Yeah.
As a sport.
It does feel similar. I feel like internally I have the same crushing weird reaction that I did when I heard about the X Games thing. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I should be really excited by this because it's awesome opportunities for gamers, but at the same time, sitting on your couch is not a varsity sport. It's just it's not a thing. It's not a sport or an extreme sport.
I'm torn because it does take immense skill to get to the level that those people are at. I can appreciate that. I really do.
Oh yes.
But that said, I don't know. I don't know where I fall on it. I don't want to say anything too much on either side because I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I fall. I think it does take really ridiculous talent to get to that level, but I also agree with you that you are sitting.
Yeah, I'm not discounting the scholarship part. I totally agree that there is a place for a scholarship for being excellent at gaming. Because that's something that you do have to train for, and that does take a lot of time. My question is if designating it as a sport. Is something that I would do, because I don't feel that while Call of Duty Ghosts is an awesome game, which I've been playing with my husband, I do not think that it is an extreme sport that should be played at the X Games, and I also don't think that League of Legends is a varsity sport. Esports and sports, I feel, are two separate things.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I like the vernacular that we as people have created. I do like sports and esports being separate. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think, it does make sense as an esport. It does make sense as a scholarship-y kind of thing.
Yes.
Because it takes so long. Like I was just
Yes.
watching the MLG Smash tournament yesterday and the day before, and I don't know if it keeps going today, but like those guys are insanely good at that game, and they've been playing it for 15 years. You know, well, most of them have been playing it for 15 years. Some of them are like, you know, half my age somehow, and they're like already at that level. But you know, I won't even ask about that. But like, if you go and watch, have you ever seen the Super Smash Brothers documentary?
No, I've not.
There's a documentary about the competitive scene. I think it's called The Smash Brothers. But it's on YouTube. It's like 9 parts. It's really, really good. And it was the first time that my eyes kind of opened up, and I was like, wow, I really get the whole eSports thing immediately.
Yeah. That happened. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
That happened. There was a documentary. I forget what it's called. It's really well known, so it's a travesty that I don't remember what the name is, but it's about the Dota scene, like Dota 2.
Oh, it's the one that Valve did.
I think so, yeah. It's like...
Yeah, I forget what it's called also.
It's also... But there's like some really soul-crushing scenes, like the kid who's like a high school student and he's going to miss his tests and his whole family is like, you're the worst! And he's like, but I love it and I had to train and like my whole life is devoted to this. I think that is what opened up my eyes to it, because I understand like training, you have to practice a lot, you need to like get really good and devote a lot of time to it. But when it starts like interfering with your life or like making you make changes to your life that you otherwise wouldn't do if the game wasn't present, I think that is what shows like commitment and scholarship level.
I didn't know where you were going to end that sentence, because that sounded like you were like, if it changes your life, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Oh, no. I think I mean, if you want to make those changes and you think that it's a positive aspect of your life, then you should probably get a scholarship for it, because
I agree. It's something that you've devoted that much time to. I completely agree.
Right.
It's really nuts. I'm excited. It's like what I remember. I don't even remember when this was, but like probably 10 years ago, those stories came out that were like, oh, this is, you can get a master's in Bob Dylan.
Yep. Yes.
Remember like all those news stories? Like,
I do.
That's how this feels, but I think it may become a little less strange as time goes on, especially like if you look at what's going on in like South Korea with their
exactly.
eSports thing, or they have like stadiums. They have like eSports stadiums.
Yeah, I mean that's like not even just there. There's a few different countries that do that. We're just not on par there yet.
No, not yet. I'm intrigued by it. We'll see what happens. I would love to see that come here, and I think the harbinger of that is Twitch taking off the way it did.
Yes.
Which is exciting. I like it. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I spoke with you briefly before this episode started about what I was bringing to the table, which is a little weird and convoluted, but I'll do it. So I watched 3 movies in a row last night. I'm here at my parents' house to do my laundry. So I was just sitting there, and I was like flipping through all the like HBO, Cinemax, all that stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch 3 movies tonight. So I watched The World's End, which doesn't really add to my point at all. Just want to mention it's a really great movie. And then I watched Kick-Ass 2, and then I watched Thor: The Dark World. And for some reason, watching these movies made me realize why I like Monster Hunter. I've been playing so much Monster Hunter. I wake up every morning, and then from 7 to 8, I play Monster Hunter for an hour, and then I go to work at 8:30. And I didn't know why I was as into it as I was, and I just started playing the PSP version because I have it on my Vita this morning, and it's all kind of clicking now that it's such an optimistic game, weirdly, even though it's like kind of violent and like you are, you know, at some points killing like, you're killing like Gazelle, and it's like, I feel bad about killing Gazelle. They don't deserve that. And then you rip their horns off, like it's sad. But watching Kick-Ass 2 and Thor 2 made me realize for the first time in my life, and maybe this is like a, hey, Brendon, you are becoming an adult moment. Like it might be that, or it might just be like the landscape of media now, but I am like kind of getting sick of like just brutal violence. Like I'm kind of, I'm over it. It's not even like, oh, this is the worst, just get it off my screen because it's like ruining our youth. It's like, I'm just like, I'm jaded. Like I'm actively jaded by really brutal things. So I was watching Kick-Ass 2 last night, and there's some like rough stuff that happens in that movie. I don't want to spoil anything. There's a part with a dog and genitalia. That's as much as I'll say. That's like rough. It's rough. But I was watching that, and I was like, man, this is like incredible pessimism plus violence, which for some reason teamed up with one another to make me realize that Monster Hunter is such an optimistic and fun game. You know, like you start that game and like I'm talking just to clarify, I'm talking about the Wii U version, which is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. You start that game and you are a monster hunter and you arrive at this village that's being terrorized by this giant like sea dragon, and they're so hyped that you're there. They're so excited. They're like, hey, oh, thank God you're here. You're gonna save everyone's lives. And then like, oh, my camera just went out.
Yeah, it's been acting a little strange, but I can still see you.
Yeah.
You're still here.
Anyway, you know, as you start like going and progressing through the missions, they're just so like they cheer you on for everything. They're like, "Oh, you're getting better. You're so good," and like you feel like you're getting better too because you have to like kill some velociraptors and then like skin them and then make like new armor out of them so you can survive the next thing. And when you survive the next thing, it takes like the mission lengths are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 50 minutes every time. So like you go out on a quest and it's like you're going out on a quest and it's gonna take you probably around an hour, you know. And then like by the time that hour's over, you've like labored through things. You've like blasted through all of your potions and like sword sharpening stones and like everything, and then you feel incredible. Like I see a lot of people compare it to Dark Souls, and as a giant fan of Dark Souls, I kind of get it now. Like I had that moment this week where it just clicked for me. That was like, oh, it has the same reward system as Dark Souls, wherein you are not actually being rewarded with like things. You're being rewarded with an experience. You're being rewarded with like your life, like you've survived.
Yes.
Yes. And I think that's incredible. I think that's incredible that games can do that. I'm just like so ridiculously excited about that game, and I'm excited to keep playing it. I know there's like a huge multiplayer element. I am not a part of that. I don't know anyone that plays the multiplayer, but you know, it's fun. It's a fun time, and maybe I'll try it out. But yeah, also Kick-Ass 2 was okay, and Thor 2 was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I don't think I'm gonna watch Kick-Ass 2.
No? Did you see the first one?
Because you mentioned dogs and genitalia. Yes, I did.
Oh yeah.
I did. I liked it. I just don't know.
I was up in the air about watching the second one. I don't know really why I watched it. I didn't want to see it when it was out. I didn't hear like super great things about it. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. There's some really great stuff that happens towards the end. And I forget what's the kid that plays McLovin in Superbad is really great.
Yeah.
As the villain, he's really great. And Jim Carrey's character is very good. And also,
I can see that.
Donald Faison is in it as a superhero named Dr. Gravity, and he's awesome.
Nice.
But that said, the movie's more about Chloe Grace Moretz than Kick-Ass. Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, cool. Anything else? Was that a quick episode? I think we did a quick episode.
I did want to ask how you're doing and feeling about Tomodachi Life.
Oh, I think I'm over it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with our stream. It looks like it's completely like degenerated. Okay. My camera keeps turning on and off, and I think there's a huge delay.
Yeah. Oh no, this is what we get for being at our parents' house.
Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently. All right, maybe we should just wrap it up.
That's what we get. Okay.
All right. Hey, bye. Sorry we have to end it. I don't know what's going on with the stream.
All right. Bye.
Happy week.